كشف الصحفي الأمريكي روبرت تفاصيل جديدة عن تواصله مع الدكتور سيف الإسلام القذافي. وقال روث عبر بودكاست ديلي الذي تبثه جريدة نيويورك تايمز إنه أجرى حوارا مع الدكتور سيف الإسلام القذافي وأكد خلاله أنه شخص حر تماما. وخلال الحوار أكد الدكتور سيف الإسلام أنهم مجموعة سياسية كبيرة ولديها تأثير كبير وتتجهز للمشاركة في الانتخابات المقبلة، مشيرا إلى أنه من السابق لأوانه اتخاذ قرار مشاركته شخصيا في الانتخابات لأسباب مختلفة. وأضاف الدكتور سيف الإسلام إن الليبيين يحتاجون إلى رئيس قوي وسيتم معالجة كل شيء تلقائيا، مضيفا أن الليبيين أدركوا بعد 10 سنوات أن ما حدث في ليبيا كان خطأ كبيرا.
So let me start. It's amazing to me. I know many people in Libya. They think you're dead. They don't know if you're alive.
Yes.
It's. Can you tell me? I mean, just a basic question. What is your status? You're no longer a prisoner.
Yeah, I'm a free person right now, of course, and I can move freely to a certain extent inside the country because of the security reasons. Yes. I can move, but of course not everywhere, anytime.
He said he was not a captive. He said he'd been free for a couple of years, but initially he had indeed been a prisoner.
Yeah, a special prisoner.
He'd been kept in a couple of places. One of them was in a kind of cave where there were no windows. He couldn't see the sun. Very, very small places, he described it.
And how do you see your future in the country? Are you planning to run for office? And how do you see yourself participating in public life in Libya?
Well, now we are like, how can I say it? Now we are political group in the country. So we have our influence, our weight, and we are preparing ourselves to participate in the coming election. Mm-hmm. But for myself, personally, to participate, I think it's too early right now to decide, for different reasons.
Do you think you've changed as a person?
Yeah, of course.
Is it possible to say how?
Well, many things. And all of a sudden they became snakes. They attacked us and they stabbed us in our backs. Mm-hmm. And they were like devils.
Let me ask you this. Are there the decisions your father made that were wrong? I mean, after all, he was in power for a long time. What would you, if you had to criticize something about his decisions over his whole time in power, which ones would you say would you criticize?
Maybe some socialist reforms in the 80s. Yeah. And he realized this, by the way, afterwards. And we started giving back those, contractors and businessmen back their assets and their companies and maybe the reforms didn't move as quickly as we wanted, of course, but it was moving. It was moving. Yeah. So everything was okay. Maybe not very fast, but fast enough. If the Libyans choose a strong president, the Libyans will choose a strong one. So everything would be solved automatically. Yeah. It's as simple as that.
Tell me about your life since 2011.
Yes.
What has your life been like since then? I mean, are you married and you have
no?
So is it a lonely life you're living?
Yes, yeah. Unfortunately.
So I said, what do you do every day? When you get up, what do you do?
Well, I spent a lot of time reading and writing. Mm. Yeah.
What are you working on? What, anything, a special project? Or?
Yes.
What is it?
In English. The word in English. Munafiqeen.
Hypocrites. Yeah.
Hypocrites.
Is this partly about your experience?
Yes. Yeah, inshallah, it's going to be a good book. I will send you a copy.
Is there any books that I would recognize that you...
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. You know Robert Greene? A writer, Robert Greene? He wrote books about the war, about mastery, about how to... Robert Greene, he's from San Francisco. He wrote 5 books. Very good books, by the way.
But tell me how that worked. So people at that time were blaming your father. It took the war? What made them realize that there was a different legacy than they thought?
The people, after 10 years, they realized everything. It was a mistake.
Yeah.
It was a big mistake. Yeah, it was a big mistake, the war Libya. So there's not a single Libyan who is happy right now.
It's been 10 years, you said. You didn't have an interview.
Yes.
You were staying quiet on purpose, right?
Quiet. On purpose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me why.
Yeah, because many cats are fighting each other now. So they are fighting. I don't want to bother them.
You're waiting for the right moment.
Yes.